Hey guys, welcome back to the CCC. We are excited today to finish up our week about fruit with a tiki-inspired, not necessarily a tiki drink, but a tiki-inspired cocktail. And this is a take on a drink called the Jungle Bird. So if you know tiki cocktails, and it seems like most cities now have a tiki bar here or there. We have one here in Houston called Lay Low. It's a classic sort of kitschy tiki bar. It's fun, but it's kind of the, in my opinion, it's kind of a place you go maybe once, twice, maybe to take someone who's never been, but you're not gonna necessarily go for like a Tuesday night cocktail.
Unless that's your thing, unless you really love tiki cocktails. And there are people out there who crazy love their tiki cocktails. It's just, I know my preference, I think yours probably too, veer more towards the boozy brown and less fruity and
Less sweet.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Tiki cocktails tend to be sweeter and lots of fruit juice. I don't think I've ever seen a tiki cocktail that doesn't involve pineapple juice. And they're tall cocktails served in a tiki mug like Jason has, and lots of ice and
Fire.
Yeah, I mean, they're very showy, very pretty, and they work on a beach. So there's your lifestyle drink for you.
And we almost spent a full week without you bringing it up. But I will say the key to a good tiki bar, much like I think our ingredients today, is it's still fresh ingredients.
I think I like this cocktail because rather than a lot of the sweet things, I think it changed it up a little bit by using the saffron infused mezcal, which I think gives it a much heftier backbone. But also there's Campari, which you don't always see. You do sometimes. You do in the original Jungle Bird, but not generally.
Well, and the grilled pineapple versus just fresh pineapple. Yeah, but the charring, and it's pretty in terms of the garnish. It definitely gives it more character, and I think it definitely ties in with the mezcal.
And the grilled pineapple sounds really hard, and I was like, the first time I tried to make this cocktail, I didn't bother grilling it because I'm like, oh, I'm not going outside and going to grill. But check it out. I grilled it real quick on the stove on a grill pan, and it took 2 seconds. It was worth it, I think.
So if nothing else, you can now speak to trying this with or without the grill and see if it actually makes a significant difference or not.
I can already tell you it does.
What? Yeah, the smell alone. My kitchen smells like grilled pineapple right now, which is actually not a bad smell. The other thing that I wanted to see, I was very curious. I mean, mezcal typically is pretty clear. So I purposely put the mezcal that I'm going to be using today in this clear glass to show you guys what the saffron does. You do the same thing? Yeah. See? Good minds think alike. So the saffron, which really doesn't give a lot of flavor. I mean, saffron gives a lot of color. They're actually threads from a flower, very expensive, which I'm sure you guys know that already. So, and this called for, Bryce, 3 or 4 strands maybe?
It doesn't take much. The strands look like they're red until you put them in there for just a little bit, and then they go yellow on you. But yeah, I don't know that it contributed a heck of a lot of flavor.
No, I mean, some people say saffron has sort of a pungent. I've read that it has honey. Normally you have it like in rice, and you just don't take, or paella. You don't really take much from it other than the color, frankly. Mm-hmm. But if you do a deep dive, as some like to say, you may find that there's some people talk about the honey flavor. I've not taken that yet.
I literally have only used it ever in like a risotto.
With the CCC, we have to add mezcal to something almost every time. So this is a classic Jungle Bird cocktail, except for 2 things, and they are key. We subbed out regular pineapple for grilled, and more importantly, we subbed out the dark rum for the saffron infused mezcal.
Real quick, and I think I know the answer to this, but dark rum is not the same as aged rum.
Not the same.
So don't go doing this with aged rum thinking you're making a Jungle Bird, because you're not.
What better drink for a Friday? I think it's been a long week, to put it lightly. So let's try to end the week on a kind of a fun or a lighter note, shall we?
Some nice things have happened this week. The kids' last days of school, Morgan's graduation. Congratulations, all the graduates out there.
Yes, you beat me to the punch, but thank you. Yes, and we're very proud of Morgan graduating this week, and we were fortunate enough to still have a ceremony, albeit outside. Wasn't quite what we all hoped for, but I think we're all parents out there who have graduates are certainly very proud and very, very relieved to have some semblance of a graduation.
So let's drink.
Let's drink. Shakerton. Not that anyone will be surprised, but we did find this drink in one of our favorite books, the Mezcal book. So if you haven't already, it's yet another reason why this is one of the best books out there for agave-based cocktail. So 1.5 ounces of the saffron-infused mezcal. By the way, it calls for Montelobos. I'm not sure why. It actually doesn't speak to why Montelobos. This one's I'd say this is a readily available mezcal out there. It's not incredibly smoky or unique. I think it's, to me, this is sort of like a sister to the Vita. Like it's a good sort of starter mezcal. Would you agree?
I would. I find it even less smoky than the Vita.
They're both in that $30, $35 range.
The Montelobos it's a beautiful bottle. I've bought it before just for the bottle, even though it's not my favorite mezcal. I find it just a little bit on the mild, sort of neutrally side.
How about we call it the starter mezcal?
Good call.
Or training mezcal. This is your training wheel mezcal.
I'm gonna go ahead and use my fine strainer for
Did it. Yep.
as I have the strands still in there.
Okay.
The interesting thing is we use 1.5 ounces of the saffron infused mezcal. We're using the same amount though of the grilled pineapple juice. So it's 1.5 ounces of mezcal and 1.5 ounces of this pineapple juice.
Yes, and I'm also, I'm going to pour mine in here just so everyone can see how different in color this is. And that clearly does not look like pineapple juice. In fact, I would say if you actually were to ever order pineapple juice and it looked like that, you probably would want to send it back. 3/4 ounce of Campari.
Jason's favorite.
1/2 ounce lime. And 1/2 ounce of agave nectar.
If you have any fun bitters, you can do that too. These are saffron mango bitters. Let's add ice and shake.
All right, the color looks very much like a tiki cocktail color. Which unfortunately you guys cannot see because I'm using this tiki glass, but on Rice's you can. All right, so when it comes to tikis, as Rice you mentioned earlier, I mean, really garnish, I would say, is probably half of what makes tikis pretty fun and unique, right? I mean, certainly they're typically rum-based cocktails and they have lots of fruit, sweet characteristics. But again, whether it's the drink's lit on fire, large pieces of fruit, in this case, we're doing some grilled pineapple and actual pineapple leaves as well. So let's see if mine will actually hold.
I thought just for funzicles.
I was waiting on that word.
I know. If there's ever a time to get extra with your...
What kind of flower are we looking at?
Yes. Oh, from my next door neighbor.
Nice.
So it's important to have neighbors you can borrow booze from, and it's important to have neighbors you can steal garnishes from.
I would even argue, bet even more so, like a lime tree neighbor would be even, right?
That's a good neighbor right there.
So it's interesting, you look at these two drinks, not even sipping them, just looking at them, yours looks very pretty and florally but still beachy, whereas this one looks quintessential tiki.
Yes, yours looks like you need to wear a hula skirt.
But I would argue either one would be a good solid lifestyle cocktail.
Just for funzicles, you want to wear the hula skirt?
I will wear a hula skirt if you quit saying funzicles.
Next week, we've got some new cocktails for you. So check out the shopping list, get yourself prepared, and we hope that you have a good weekend.
Hi guys, see you Monday. Cheers, Rice.
Cheers, Jason.